guys. So today's video is going to be on my household management book. In one of my previous videos I mentioned that I take information that I put together in this book and I have it listed here for that specific month. So each month it changes to a different list, and I'll explain more in just a moment, but that's what we're going to be discussing, is this household management list. So the actual story behind this is that it started with a perpetual calendar from Erin Condren that I was using for birthdays and anniversaries, and I liked the fact that it was kind of like a commonplace book. You use it year after year. It doesn't really change. I mean, obviously you add to it when people have babies or when people pass away, things of that nature. So I wanted a commonplace or a perpetual book for my household management. And the reason for that is because we had just bought a new home a couple of years ago, and I wanted to make sure that in this new home I was taking care of the things that we kind of overlook, or they're just not on the top of our brains. I mean, I think we all kind of keep up with our, daily and weekly chores, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, etc. But things like checking the fire extinguisher to make sure it's charged and that it's ready to go in case there is a fire, those aren't things that we kind of have on the forefront of our minds. Or checking your bathroom pipes to make sure there's no leaks and, causing a bigger problem later on down the road. So, having said that, that's how this book got started. So, when I originally was using or making a household management book, I was using an app called Home Routines. Excuse me. Pardon me. And that was great back when I was on a digital planner per se. But it didn't cover everything. It really was very, very useful because you could create daily routines, weekly routines, to-do lists, all that combined in the app. It really is an awesome app. If you're ever thinking about kind of going digital, it's a great app. If you're not too busy at work, it could encompass your work to-dos as well. So keep that in mind. Now, I also went to Pinterest and utilized some of the things that I found there in my research of this. So I found something called the Homeowner's Yearly Checklist, as well as a yearly cleaning checklist. And then also I found seasonal, really deep clean lists. They were the spring, summer, fall, and winter cleaning checklists, and each of those were separate lists. So I took those 3 checklists, or actually that was 4, 5, 6 checklists, and my Home Routines app, and I created a annual, monthly, quarterly kind of maintenance of my home. So on the first page is a list of the months and which room will get a deep clean. Now, obviously I clean my, bedroom more than once a year. Okay, I'm talking about from ceiling to carpets to floorboards to everything, like under the bed, and everything that you can take care of in a bedroom will get done in January. But the regular day-to-day or week-to-week or monthly cleaning of that particular room still gets done. So that's what this deep clean schedule is. It's from a top to bottom deep clean of that specific bedroom. Some of these bedrooms are guest rooms, so they don't get used every month, and therefore, they get tidied every month, but they don't get a deep clean. The next page has the daily flying chart from a Fly Lady most of these items, like the weekly blessing and the daily morning routines, etc., are done, but they're on my planner each week, as a recurring item, and I have it as a perpetual so that I don't have to rewrite it every week. Then this is the start of the annual. So I don't have every month in here. This was again a kind of like a map of when I wanted to check these items that I found on those 6 checklists, right? So not every month is on here, but then I have quarterly. So I have annually here. These things have to be done annually. Like check exterior for cracks and proper drainage. Check the electrical outlets, remove the shower heads and clean sediments, and check all your locks and deadbolts, etc. These are things that have to be done on an annual basis at minimum. These are quarterly, so January, February, March, and then April, May, June, and the vacuum furniture is there on a quarterly basis. So all of these things are written down on a quarterly basis. These were simply used to map out the things I was finding on the checklists. You'll see in a moment how I've transcribed this information onto Post-it notes, and you'll see when I get there. So then this is the monthly page. This is something that I do every month, like purge the pantry, dust the shutters in my house, change my air filter. Those things get done every single month. Then I have a weekly maintenance, and this is also work and personal related, daily, etc. Now this is when we get into the perpetual part of it. So I printed these on Post-it notes. I found a template online, and I just typed up the things that needed to be on here for January using the annual, the quarterly, the weekly, the monthly, etc. So this Post-it note, plus I had a Post-it note of all of these, but I just now reference this page each month, and this plus this gets put on the monthly page of whatever month I'm currently in. This obviously doesn't change, but every year I do flesh it out for any deaths or births and add to it, or remove people's names, etc. If they don't keep in touch anymore, things of that nature, I usually will remove them. Anyway, so I have a January and I have a Post-it note for each month. So like I said, I have a template. I just typed it up. I take this and I write it in on my monthly pages for that particular month I'm on. So there's one for every month, and I use the seasons to kind of guide me when something could be done. And I'll give an example. I didn't want to be cleaning my garage in June or July, etc. So here's a good example. In October, I have hang Halloween decor. In November, I have put away Halloween decor, etc. In December, I have hang Christmas decorations. And in January, I have, I don't know why, but I have a gnat that keeps flying in front of my screen. Wonderful. Anyway, December, I have hang, and then in January, it's put away the decor, etc. So I have one of these. I don't know how to share the template with you guys, so my suggestion is email me at rebecca.bover @gmail.com, and I will send you the template. Just let me know that you're interested in the template, and I will send it to you. You will want to file, save as, and name it your household maintenance. You can then modify it and edit and do what you want with it. Then, once you've saved it as a household management book and you've done what you want, wipe out everything and use the same template to put your birthdays on. And then file, save as birthday list. That way you have a January to June and a July to December household maintenance and one for your birthdays. That way, if you ever need to reprint it, you just print the page, put Post-it notes on it in the boxes that are there. As you can see, I didn't put the Post-it note in line, so it wrote the actual square on it. So, I mean, if that bothers you, you're going to have to make sure that you line the Post-it note up nicely, but I don't care. So I just put the Post-it note where it printed, and then I reprint the page again, and it prints it on the Post-it note. Then I can keep it in the book and update it as needed. I also have a bill, kind of like perpetual checklist. Because I didn't want to actually use this, I just want this to be a commonplace book. It's just a mapped out guide of what I need to have on this sheet. I also have some password lists in here, and this book stays at home. So there's a couple more pages, but this is a Hobonichi A6 size notebook, which is made of the Tomoe River paper. So the book itself is super, super thin, making it very portable. If I needed to carry it in my planner, I could slip it in any of the pockets on a personal size planner, and it would fit fine. And what I'm keeping it in currently is this Planner Society pocket size traveler's notebook, and it just stays in here when I'm not using it and on my desk. So, you know, I don't carry that book with me, but I could if I wanted to, if I didn't have the passwords in there. So keep that in mind when you're creating yours. So I hope you found this interesting and that you might find some use creating your own household management book. I'd really love to hear what you guys are using, or if you have any tips or suggestions that might tweak my household management book. So feel free, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you're doing. And like I said, don't forget to either PM me, send me an email at rebecca.bover@gmail.com, and I will forward you the templates that I have, and or leave a comment or question below if I wasn't clear on anything. So have a great day, and until next time, take care.